screw it. I can't wait. 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, take your seats. The show is about to begin. Please clap, cheer, stomp your feet, and make some noise.
Behind the Culture with RIX Magazine and Never Write Stop. Here's your host,
Stephanie Agrello
and Will Chase.
Hi, Rob formerly of Wheel Concepts, now Never Write Stock. Nice to see you.
Hi, my name is Rico from RIX Magazine.
Will from Never Write Stock, thanks for tuning in.
And this is Stephanie with RIX Magazine. It's great to see you. And this episode is sponsored by RT Auto, Marcos & Sons Tires, 506 Wraps, and MVM Illusions.
That's right.
We appreciate you.
Thank you guys. We appreciate the support.
Very happy
So
to be here.
we want to give you guys a little history on how we got this back, got the band back together here. I'll give a quick story. There was this guy, Rico, back in the day, he had a magazine. And he used to come knock on my door. Yo, you gotta sponsor this magazine. And I'm like, well, Rico, I'll say it, you know, I'm doing plush rights, but that's not they're not down with the streets like me. Don't you understand? If you want to be real, Rob, you got to get with my magazine. He had a suit on, his hat. He used to wear the hat. Remember the hat he used to wear? It was like this hat, always dressed great. But, you know, so eventually he broke me down. He came so many times. So, of course, I ended up advertising the magazine. Well, then he's like, you know, I'm probably the greatest promoter on the East Coast. You know? So he had to fish the line in there, and I was actually doing my own car shows at the time. And then I was so glad to bring him on as a promoter at the time, all right, at the time. Learning a lot from him about car shows. I was just like packed the house, didn't really know what a car show was. He taught me a lot about the car shows, the judging, and all the other aspects of the show, which I'm thankful for to this day.
And you're very welcome.
So we got the band back together. So that's my story, how I met him. Maybe you got a different story?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Story. That was very good. Let me tell you how the sweet side of it. And yes, I did come to him and I did stalk him for a few times. I did talk to him about the difference between my magazine and other magazines.
Wheel Concept days, right?
That's right. Yeah. And at that time, it was on the Wheel Concept. It was a very big on Staten Island, and it was an amazing operation. And I needed him. And he was kind enough to invite me to a dinner party, which had also opened more doors for me because of his support. And he started advertising. We did really well with that.
We did.
And then we started talking about, let's do car shows together. And I told him, let me deal with those headaches. You worry about the other operation. And it actually worked out really well for a few years. We did really well.
Yeah, it did.
I was able to expand and grow. He was able to go in different directions. And that's how we started collaborating and building our relationship. Now, getting the band together was kind of amazing because it was actually me stalked them again. I sent them an IG message.
I think there's a different story to that. I don't know. Based on Rob's reaction,
I actually missed them. I said, damn, you know what? I already got out there 3 years ago. I jumped back in and I said, let me get back in. And I said, but something's missing. And right away I knew I was missing this cool guy on the island. And I tell you guys, let me tell you, I would go check him out, see how's he doing, you know what's going on. But then I DM'd them and I think it was a month they DM'd me back. Wow. Yeah, it was a month later, and I was like,
oh, there was nothing going on. There was pandemics. There was all things going on.
But unfortunately, another associate that he trusts very much.
Tony, that's correct.
Let's go.
Yep.
Get back in there with Rico. Let's get in the trenches and let's make it work. And sure enough, I got the DM back. I said, let's do it. I went out back, seen him again, and wow, that was the start of ours.
So he grabs me and he's like, Rob, promise me if we do this, no backstabbing. Rob, no. Yes, Rico, I don't back it. Rob, no back. Rico, that's not what happened to us. Don't listen to the people. No backstabbing. Rico, there'll be no backstabbing. Yes. And after the 78th time that he said no backstabbing, then he says, okay, you're signing the contract. You're signing the contract. Right, yeah. Yes, Rico, I'll sign the contract. Yeah, so I signed the contract and here we are.
Yeah, and our friendship is, we have so much to bring to the table. We haven't even gotten started.
Right, we're scratching the surface now.
His mind thinks in so many levels, and I'm telling you, and the way I think, it's just right for the chemistry of what we're trying to build.
It's working.
We have 2 doors to go through, and either our front door or the back door, it's secured enough to that we can protect each other. And so that's what amazes us, because he doesn't worry about what I do, I don't worry about him, but I know I'm loyal to him, he's loyal to me.
100%.
Our brand is together, and this is one thing that me and him are doing. We're building good people like you two and others, and
Christine.
and we are a team. Dan, everybody,
Dan.
Facina. Our goal, and Rob, what we do together is that is to make sure we open as many doors for others. It's very lonely up here, and me and Rob always said, we don't want to be here by ourselves. We want to take everybody, and that's what people don't understand when we work our shows, is that we want everybody with us.
And when we got more money for the show, we spent more money on the show. And it was our first year together last year.
Yeah.
I think we made like 6 cents. The point was, we got better trophies, we had a better venue, you know, and that's what happened. But now we built up to this year.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is he lets me go outside the box and do what I do, and I can't wait till he brings his new box that he's bringing in.
Yep.
And that whole new project that he's going to be bringing in is going to be amazing. So when he decides to drop it, which I know you're working on it really soon, and once that lines up, oh my God, it's going to be the next big step. So we're taking care of back end, but his front end is going to be amazing, and I can't wait to be a part of that, to support him and see how that direction goes in. So
And thank you to the new sponsors, Expel,
yes.
Real Pros, thank you.
oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, we
Yeah.
want to say thank you, because without them coming on board for this next show, and we will have them in the plug, and I do apologize for that, but that's from you,
Yeah.
and we do because your heart, the work you do for others, always come back.
I'm excited to hear from Rob about what is, because you said a lot about the new coming. What's Never Right Stock mean to you, Rob?
Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, Rico always had a community with the car shows, always. And he's been that, God, for 20 years, right? 15 years?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So Wheel Concerts was more of a customization shop. It wasn't really a community. So when we started Never Right Stock, I mean, you could look it up on any blog, right? What do you do? It's about community, but it really is. So Never Right Stock, those 3 words meant a lot to me, because it meant, you know, you have to be an individual in life. You have to do your thing, you know what I'm saying? And Wheel Concepts, just like, yeah, put wheels on your car, let's customize it. So when we mix it up with RIX, right? And you put Never Right Stock with it, everybody at the show doesn't have a stock car. Everybody at the show has a different haircut, a different sneaker. Omar's coming, right?
Yeah,
Money Kicks,
yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody, nobody is stock. I'm looking at Dan right here. He's wearing his Vans and his shirt, like as he's videoing us. Nobody is stock.
Yeah.
Nobody. Look at his face mask. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody is stock.
Yeah.
And that's what makes, honestly, America, not to tout America, but nobody wants to be stock in America.
Yeah.
So never ride stock. 3 most important words of this year. Never ride stock. Because you know what? It means you're boring.
I
So
go
never
to
ride
the
stock.
gym, and I completely wear that because I don't do anything stock at the gym. I go hard, I go heavy, I do it. And I wear his brand more than I wear my own.
Which you
and
should.
I get it.
Which you should. Which you should.
Because I'm a very
Tell him,
supportive
Steph.
guy.
Tell him. You should.
I'm not getting in the middle of this. I love my job.
I have an NRS hoodie for you over here.
Yeah, okay.
we got you.
all right.
We'll talk
Just
about
remember
you.
that contract deal paperwork, yes.
So not to blow people up, but Rico was doing biceps before he got, you know,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
doing biceps.
You see it, right?
You know what I'm
see
saying?
it.
So
yeah, so we gotta keep up with these young generations that beats up on us, you know?
So we really want to just kick this off. This is like our first one about really how we met, and you know, I joke around, but proud to work with Rico, and of course Will and Stephanie and Christine, and of course you too, Dan. But the point is, we wanted to kick off how we got this back together. It was really just a message through Instagram, and my manager said, "Yo, you got to call him back. Let's start doing this
the
again."
band is back, man. Like, we're on.
So we're excited about this year. We're excited about next year, but there's gonna be a lot of things happening this year. We really appreciate you.
Next year, we definitely going on tour, correct? We're gonna
without a
finally
doubt.
go on a national tour.
Without a doubt.
I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be great. So our national tour is gonna be lined up beautiful. But this year, we're gonna step it up. New venues, good places. Me and Rob are gonna go all out.
And
Like,
the more we take in, the more we're gonna give out also.
Yeah.
It's
That's-
not gonna just be for the pocket.
that is the wonderful thing that we do.
Yeah.
And we always said that it's we're okay when it comes to the financial part. What we want to do is show you that it's being reinvested into the car industry. That's what makes who we are, and that's what we want to share with you.
The next show, a better venue, a better trophy, better organization.
Yes.
How many judges? 15?
15 now.
So
15.
I mean, we're putting the money back in, and judges are expensive,
Yes.
man. You know, so we're putting the money back into the business, and that's what's gonna bring us to the next. I feel like we're really right at the cusp of the next level, but you'll see by American Dream what's gonna happen.
Oh
by
yeah.
then.
Oh yeah.
And that's gonna be our next podcast, so we don't want to blow that up right now. All right?
We got so many new
We got
podcasts
so much to
coming
do,
out.
yep.
Plus, Rob will be bringing in some very unique celebrities. Will and Steph will be interviewing them. Rob's got them all lined up, and as well, we won't always be in the limelight. Our job is to make sure that we keep things functioning and moving, but we do support it, and we can't wait till we see what we're bringing to the table. You guys are gonna
so much.
take it, and we appreciate you too. We wish you luck, and with Dan and other people that we have, this is gonna be the new thing for all of us, and are hopefully in the future more sponsors and more people that will see that
We have
this
a
is
lot
growing.
of people on deck.
So I understand you guys got some pretty good questions to ask us. Okay.
We do.
All right.
And
You ready,
before
Rob?
we start, I actually want to thank both of yous for thinking about quote unquote your workers, because just how you mentioned,
Very powerful.
you want us to grow with you. You don't want to go to the top knowing that we help you and just forget about us. So we want to thank you guys for actually being the way you guys are with us.
We'll take that.
Yeah, we do, right?
Very powerful
You get the check in the
leadership.
mail. All right, we'll give you that.
Very, very powerful leadership. And it
Extra.
starts with you guys.
Extra.
So if we
Starts
think
with
about
you
a
guys.
raise, that'd be great too.
Yeah. But I do want you to understand one thing, and I will tell you, we are the yin and the yang. I am the aggressive, and he is the calm one. So you have the fire and water working together constantly.
Here's Earth.
Yes.
And
wind.
I can actually see where he's coming from this, because when I first started, it was in Tokyo Meet.
Yes.
And I was put in a position where I didn't know what was I doing. Like, it was judges, it was this, it was that. So I was walking around, and then all of a sudden, I just see him going crazy at someone.
Yeah.
And then Rob comes out of nowhere, and he's like, Stephanie, here's my number. If he gets this aggressive again, just call me. I will calm him down. I was like, okay, no problem.
What I love about him is
I said it to you calmly, right?
Yeah. What I know about him, he'll come out of nowhere, relax, take your medicine, take it easy. And I'm like, okay, Rob, I got it. You sure? I got this. Tell me what you want. I'm like, get him off my back. I'll take care of the rest. And I love it because I know behind the scenes, he's always got that chemistry. And I'm like, I don't have to worry about this shit. You know, excuse my language, I didn't mean to curse, but he has that. And that's what I love about working with him, because I could be the maniac, and he's the guy that comes in and just, the wind blows, the sky's beautiful,
That's why
like,
it's so perfect.
and he'll calm me down, and the sky will be like fire, like, but Rico, it's okay, the fire will disappear. I'm like, but dude, we're about to die. He's like, no, we're good. We're
To
beautiful.
your point, you need each other. Like,
Yeah.
if there was two of you, it'd be all chaotic. If it was two of him, it'd be too calm, right?
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You need
You're right.
both.
Yeah,
You need
he
both.
is that guy
It's very
that can
powerful.
take care of the people and the people
Right.
where I feel. My job is to make sure it runs smooth and get it done. I'm
Without
a
a doubt.
no-nonsense guy.
Without
He
a
is the same way, but he is very calm about it, and people respect that, but also people respect that I don't take no for an answer.
Without a
Let's get it
doubt.
done.
Without a doubt.
So, you know, and that's why I think this is why me and him got a good, because back then we wasn't thinking like that. We had people in our ears, but now we see what we need to do to take this to another level. So we're getting there, and we're getting stronger, and I don't have to talk to him. It could be months, but when we connect,
When it's time, when it's show time, it's
we
time
know.
for us to get together.
We
Yep.
know. That loyalty is constantly there in our mind.
Awesome.
You
It's
know?
100%.
Yeah.
So
What-
Rico,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Did
You? No.
Me?
What,
Okay.
yeah.
What is your purpose?
Of what? To live long and be prosperous? Yes. That purpose? Yes. Which purpose are we talking
With
about?
RIX Magazine. What is your
Wow.
purpose?
My dream was to always own a magazine media company to get people's love and passion of the industry, fashion, everything that Rob and I were always talking about. But those times have changed. When I used to publish a car magazine, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of time, right, Rob? It was,
we had fun with it, bro.
Yeah, we did. But we're gonna bring that back, but a small, limited edition of that.
Towards the end of the year,
Yeah,
yeah.
but we're going more towards digital. We're going more towards other things. But that is my passion, to be a media company. And then on Rob's side, he'll speak for his, but for me, it's more media outlet like what we're doing now. I think getting people's passion out is what I love. We love to see people do the bill, because sometimes me and Rob are so busy, we can't do it ourselves, but we enjoy others doing it.
Yep.
And that what makes us really proud to say, wow, that's creative, right, Rob?
Yeah.
That's
It's
amazing.
a love of cause.
Yeah.
It'll never go away.
Yeah, yeah. And fashion. We love fashion.
Fashion too, of course.
Oh my God,
It's a big part of it.
that's something we I'm a fashionista.
Yeah, I know you are.
Which is where from me coming into the team, it's like cars, fashion, right? Never Right Stock. The way he described it was powerful, it was perfect. And how do we? And I love our title behind the culture because the culture is cars. But then how do we get the people that drive these cars to live the culture through our fashion?
True.
Hats.
Movement.
Movement right?
is my motto,
Staying
right?
trendy,
Everything
feeling
through
the
movement,
vibe.
yep.
And that's going into, we're in 21, but we're going into 2022. Things are changing, which is one of our core value beliefs. So swiftly and quick, and without, the team, none of this would be possible.
Right.
So
And the thing what we also do is we all know we're in competition with ourselves and others, and we do get it. But it's not, guys, it's not that serious. Our car shows is to accept you and reward you, but to hurt others and to feel empowered more that you're better than others is something that me and Rob do not endorse. We do want to reward you for your time, efforts, and energy you put in your car.
There's going to be a winner.
Yeah,
We
it's
love
going
the
to be a
winners,
winner.
don't
We
get me
know
wrong.
that.
Yeah.
But remember, we're all in for the same and the respect and the build. And one thing we don't tolerate is people trying to hurt others to fulfill their egos. So we won't sit back and tolerate that. This is a play field for you guys to enjoy. Me and Rob will put out the money with our staff and energy to make sure that you are welcome and a winner, but enjoy it. Love
Have
it.
fun that day.
Bring
Have
your
fun
family.
preparing
yeah.
for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
make it a fun day, not like,
Not to be like this, but it's about the journey,
Yeah.
Too. It really is.
Yeah.
When you're building a car, like I know you said like you're into it, like when you build a car, man, and it's the day of the car show, there is nothing like that.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. You want everybody to see your car. It's
Yeah, I mean,
amazing.
I tell everybody, listen, me and Rob are different. When he builds his car, that's his style. When I build my car, it's my style. Doesn't mean the judge is going to accept it or appreciate that. But again, each mindset for everybody's different.
It's like
Takes
Rico.
on like a personality. The
It
car
is. It's
takes
like
on
when we
your
go out, Rico wears his skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? He likes that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't want to wear my skinny jeans.
I love my skinny jeans and fit. Listen,
Where's the other question? Let's go. What else we got?
Rob, how do you want, when it's all said and done, how do you want to be remembered?
So I always said with this last one, we want to, it's again, another cliche, we want to give back with this one. So when this blows up, when Never Right Stock blows up, from day one, I'm promising a good portion of my proceeds are going to go back. And that's going to happen. And I said it now, so it's taped. But when Never Right Stock blows up, we're going to be doing a lot with the community.
I think
And
that's what
You
we
got
is
that
my
on
points.
camera,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I said it.
Yeah.
I think we've been always talking that we were always going to give back. We always
It's not even blown up, and we already have something in motion where
Yep.
we're giving more than $10,000 back to
Yep.
the children.
Yes.
Backpacks.
I don't want to say it because
Toy cars?
they say philanthropy is about being quiet about it.
Yes.
But yes.
But the
You
people
know
need
what I'm
to
saying?
know,
But, yeah.
right? The people need to know.
So yes, we are doing something. Yes, on the 23rd.
And the thing about it is when I came back for RIX Magazine before Rob got back with me, I was the only car show on the East Coast doing cash awards for coming back.
Yep.
A lot of car shows are doing it. Now they starting to do it. And which is great because we're setting the standards if you really want to be at that level and you are making good amount of money, why don't you start rewarding, giving some cash back
Yep.
instead of just putting it in a pocket? So we're going to continue making changes, bringing value to our shows because we know in the long term what works and what
Without a
doesn't
doubt.
work.
Without
Because
a
we're
doubt.
here. We're here for the long term.
Yep.
And when it's time for us to retire and move on, we'll pass it on to the next people that we think is worthy of. Yeah,
Right here.
yeah.
Right here.
That might sound good. But, you're a true hard girl. I don't know about this gentleman, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
we got to figure it out.
Yeah, we
Well,
gotta
actually, guys, and I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but privately, he told me that back in the day, he did have a build.
really,
Really.
Yeah.
I almost
bicycle?
brought. I
That
almost
wasn't on your
brought
resume.
The 2 magazines that I was in too, and it wasn't RIX.
okay. Who are they?
I'll
Just
bring
curious.
them. I'll bring them.
You bring them? Okay,
I'll bring
good.
them.
Okay. Blow the dust off.
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, the point was you get to know us, get to know us a little better, our personalities, what we're really about, and we're going to be coming strong this year. Both car shows, podcasts. We're going to have meets here on certain Thursday nights. We're going to have movies playing. We're going to try to make it, this culture, just a little more exciting than it's been in the past, because this pandemic really shut it down.
Yeah.
So we're bringing it back slowly. We're not wearing masks right now, but
we have a good distance.
we're gonna make
We do
sure
have
we
a
have
good
some
distance,
distance.
yes.
We'll make sure at the shows that everybody's safe also.
Yeah,
It's important to say that.
Well, I'm actually vaccinated, so nobody's gonna get
There you
it
go.
from me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, the new rule was 3 feet. You're about 4.5.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. So we're getting better. We're coming back to the reality
Yeah,
lifestyle. But once again, what we want to do is make sure that people are aware that me and Rob will always be behind the scene making good power moves for you guys. And the company is growing, so not always expect that the show is done by 2 people or 1 person. It's multiple people working together to make this happen. So there is no, it's Rico or Rob. We have people in different positions who manage and do their job, and we want you to understand that this is how the company is functioning, working together. All right. So when you do decide to say anything negative about me and Rob, always remember that we take the responsibility, yes, but we do have our people in power in different positions to manage it.
Try to fix any problems that are there, right, Rico?
Right.
That's what you're saying, yeah.
And so give us a chance, especially me and Rob, before you go out there, say anything negative. DM us, privately.
I'm very sensitive.
Yeah. And let us know. We'll be happy to fix and take things before you go out there, say anything that can be resolved. I mean, again, it's not that serious, especially with Rob. Talk to him first before you talk to me.
Well, I'm actually glad that you mentioned DMing us.
Yes.
Myself and Will are the ones that actually are on the Instagram pages for Never Write Stock and for RIX Magazine.
Yes.
So, some of our followers, they don't say, hey guys, they just go strictly to, hey Rico.
Right.
You said this.
Right.
And 100% is never Rico, because it's me that's saying this,
Right.
and this. So how are we able to even?
So this is the reason why you're here. This is the reason why Will's here, because slowly but surely people are going to see there are other people managing things that for me and Rob to get bigger projects together so that we can keep the industry moving. And so you are my general manager for social media. You handle that and the email, so you're doing a wonderful job. Will's doing a wonderful job as well, connecting the dots and everything. So being consistent, you two, is what's gonna work for me and Rob. If you're not consistent, you're not sharing the information, there are people who would like to see harm on a good movement. They are waiting to see a crack where, hey Rob, you're not doing this, what's going on? And I have heard people tell me, are you guys working together? Because they're not posting. I said, well, unfortunately, you're really worried about something that's not necessarily important.
Right.
But I can tell in their voice and their
okay.
demeanor, they're looking for that drama. But I'm aware, and me and Rob are aware too. Okay, thank you, and just keep our distance. So this is why we ask you to make sure that you guys are on your A game. And one thing in our both of our pages, we respond, and you know how I am. Less than 24 to 48 hours, you will get an answer back. We do not leave anybody on read. We do not just sit back. We support you and understand when you take the time to ask us a question, we want to give you an answer. So if it ain't from me and Rob, it's definitely from these two and other people if it goes by emails, but you're going to get an answer. And we're going to continue giving that customer service because this man values that in his business. Every day he values that. And keep in mind, he has a retail location where multiple people are working, so customer service is guaranteed his thing. I follow the same information, the thing he does, and I will continue that. Even though I don't have a retail, I'm an office front, but my staff follows that same structure. So we will do that, give you the answers that you're looking for. So, but thank you, because you guys are on it.
Yeah.
People are actually, people are saying
100%.
whoever's running your social media is on point, and I love that because you two are liking, supporting, and keeping me and Rob off.
Engaged.
And honestly, there's been situations where both of you don't even know, but it's because me and him are constantly, okay, so what do we answer to this, or how do we solve this situation before it gets to Rob or Rico?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's been solved.
Yeah,
and
we trust
they've
you,
been
and we
happy.
hope you guys got common sense to make sure you can handle it. But I will tell you, I don't know, Rob, did they tell you? Because I was told never to touch Instagram again. I don't even go on it anymore.
He's banned.
I've been banned from it. Yeah, they banned me from it. But sometimes I wonder what they do, but I kind of enjoy it.
Rob goes in undercover.
Rob's undercover.
I ghosted.
He ghosted? Oh man,
yeah.
they banned me from it. I was like, well, I'm the owner. They're like, oh, don't touch it. Oh, I'm like, okay.
And
you
it's
know what?
funny
It's actually
because
funny.
someone also sneaks in, you know.
I do.
And I realize it, so I text him and I was like, "Can you let me know next time that you walk in there?" And
There
he's
you
like,
go.
"I'm sorry, I didn't think you would catch me." I'm like,
There
"Yeah."
you go.
I mean, we're old, man. I mean, you and I, we don't got long to go, man, to make this work, right?
It's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely
This year,
kill
not
it.
next year.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, I mean, Dan's got to make us look really young. He's got to make us look good, right, Dan?
Fix the lighting. Fix the lighting for me.
Fix the lighting. Dan's always back there. This is Dan's dream, the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Guys,
So I
I'm
wasn't
not
cutting you
Rico.
off. I
Everyone
just
thinks
feel like we should do a
yes.
separate.
I'm not Rico.
We were
Oh,
on,
yeah.
we were on IG Live, and Mr. Will here had horrible connections, so I think you should give him a raise.
Yes.
So he can get better
Or give him a
internet.
That's that was his claim to fame when he came to work.
And everyone just kept saying, "Rico, where are you? Why do you have bad service?" And we're like, "No, he's not Rico."
I was texting him.
Rico, what's up?
Bro, what's going on?
Yeah. You see him coming fuzzy. I'm like, wow.
He kept taking his hat
I
off,
said,
rubbing
my
his
team
head,
looks pretty
put his
good.
hat, turn his hat
My
this way,
team.
that way.
And then I said to him, first of all, this guy definitely needs to redo the contract because he doesn't have his
Dial up.
Never Right Stock hat on. He doesn't have his gear on.
Well, he
I'm pretty
started taking
upset.
everything off.
Kept
That's
taking it off,
great.
moving the thing. I said, you know what, Will? I don't like you.
Dial up. Dial up.
Yeah.
He didn't have any gear on. What the
Yeah.
hell?
I said, you what do we hire here? You know, this is branding. You know, but. We
good.
like you. I mean, I like you. I think you're good.
the
I think you're
team
gonna
is
take this to the
amazing.
next level.
Team-
When you and
team.
Steph, you guys look like a great team. I hope and pray to God that you could take mine's and Rob Vision and Dan's and all of us, man. We're working hard, man. We can't wait till next year but this whole thing we're gonna be doing, oh my God, the celebrities. Like
3 words. Never write stock and Christine. Make sure that gets on there. So thanks for listening to a little bit of history behind the scenes, especially me and Rico babbling about how we got the band back together.
Yep.
Coming up next, something really, really cool. He's been around for a minute. You've seen his truck. Tell him who we're interviewing next.
Little Mike. He's got
PK.
the Durango. It's the story behind the PK Kid tag. I mean, it's a unique feature. I think the only one in this country, probably the world. It's such an honor to be able to have him come onto our podcast and talk to us.
Jersey boy. Very cool kid. Very
Yes.
cool kid.
I thought that was pretty cool that you guys brought that
Yeah.
into the studio. So I really was impressed with the whole graffiti thing.
Yeah, it's a
Kinda
whole culture.
crazy. It really looks like somebody just really went into town with his car.
It's a whole culture. Not to give it away.
Yeah.
They'll tell you
I'm
more.
telling you guys, you're gonna really like this. It's
Yeah.
kind of different. I don't know. Is he coming to the show?
Yes, he's coming to the
He's
show.
gonna be there.
Yeah, he's gonna be with the sneaker guys. Yep.
That's
with
gonna be
Omar.
pretty
Yep.
cool.
I mean, not just the inside, Rico. The inside, glove departments, visors, under the car, on top of the car.
The roof.
Really?
Insane.
It was insane.
Insane. It's insane.
Wow, I did hear. I was passing through the studio and I saw the talk about his wife, and I said that was crazy. His wife supports him on this.
Not on Saturdays. Not on Saturdays.
Saturdays.
He can do it. He can take it there from work. But when he's home with the family, she don't want him taking the truck all over the place.
Wow.
So how did he get here?
What? She let him out. She let him out. She let you out, Mike. We're gonna do it.
You seem to know the whole schedule of this gentleman.
Yes,
That's
I
crazy.
do. Yes, I do. All right. Well,
Well,
thank you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
we
again.
want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for me and Rob and the team and everybody. And we won't be here all the time, but once in a while we'll pop in and support. But we definitely do appreciate this new movement. And just remember, visit RIX Magazine and Never Write Stock's website. Rob has a lot of cool merch and merchandise that he just actually gave me these cool underwears that I can't wait to rock out.
Extra small?
Because it ain't stock.
It ain't stock.
It ain't stock, but I like the small so I can pack it big. All right? And Will's hating on me.
Like, hey, there's a lady in
Oh,
here.
sorry.
Yes,
I do
there is.
apologize.
Yes, there is.
You're right. But please, that was a joke that he gave me, but it ain't stock. That's for sure. All right?
Oh, that's great.
Oh my goodness. So
See you on the 30th,
peace out.
everybody.
May 30th. Tokyo Meet 6.0. Osaka style.
Sold out.
Sold
Sold out.
Yes. And we're also going to be dropping more bombs about people we have. Don't forget top class female driven. Facina is going to be managing. Yes, she handles that. Yeah. And we have
Facina.
Omar for Get Money Kicks.
Yeah, man.
Hey. And we got one more bomb to drop. I won't announce it until I pick up the contract on Monday. And then we'll drop that eventually. That's
at
it.
night, baby.
That's it. It's going to be beautiful. So, so what should we say, Rob?
That's it.
That's it?
How do we say goodbye in Japanese? Oh, that's embarrassing.
Wait, I know. Hold on, wait. I think I remember.
Come on, this is your thing.
It's hold on, yes,
guys,
it is my
while they
thing.
talking about that, we giving away a go-kart.
There you
Guys, we cannot wait.
Sayonara.
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 Sayonara. And yes, the go-karts.
All right, awesome.
Thank you everybody for tuning in Behind the Culture with RIX Magazine and Never Write Stock. My name is Will and I work with Never Write Stock.
Hello, my name is Stephanie. I'm with RIX Magazine.
Hi, my name is Little Mike. I have the PK Kid Graffiti Durango and I run the PK Kid fan page on Instagram.
This episode is brought to you by
RT Auto, Marcos and Sons Tires, 506 Wraps, and MVM Illusions.
Little Mike. Thanks for coming, man. What a honor it is to have you here in our Behind the Culture podcast. From what I hear in the street and some of the research that I've done about you, you're like a living legend in the street. Tell us about
that, but thank you for having me.
Tell us about how
I think my wife would disagree with that, but that's all right.
We need her here. Where is she? Tell us a little bit about how you fit into culture, how you got started, and why you're an underground living legend.
Well, about 5 years ago, my wife and daughter took my phone and made me an Instagram page, which I kind of fought for years because I really, never really did the social media thing. And I don't want to say out of spite, but it just kind of worked out that way. I says, I'm going to make it a PK and Kid fan page. Now, I've been following PK and Kid graffiti artists since I was 14 years old. And, I turned 50 last year, so I've been following them for a very long time. So I didn't know at the time, I knew nothing about Instagram. I didn't know if there were 100 fan sites out there. I didn't know. So I just started, posting pictures, just ones that I downloaded from the internet. And slowly but surely, it just started taking off and I started getting more followers, and that's really how it started. And at the time, I had a Durango, which I bought brand new in 2015. But it was white. All it had were PK and Kid license plates because I was fans of them. So,
So you said PK and Kid, so it's two people? Because
Yes.
from my understanding, it was one person.
No,
Yeah.
PK Kid.
no, it's two people.
Wow, did you know that?
I did not know that,
Wow.
no.
They do throw up for each other if they're not together. So they're always putting up each other's names.
So it's not you.
No, it's not.
is
me.
that what's
I'm-
out there?
I'm neither one of them. Well,
People think it's you, Little Mike.
Well, people do think it's me because I drive the truck and I have the fan page and I got
License
PK
plate?
Kid tattoos and everything.
Tattoos.
Well, that's what people think. They're like,
Unbelievable.
anybody that is this into it, it has to be one of them. But, I get dizzy when I stand on a curb, so I'm not hanging down for no water tower. Trust me.
Those are some crazy tags out there.
Well, they were probably the first to put their names in spots that they knew. They had the foresight to know that this spot is rocking forever because they can't buff it. So there's some spots in Jersey that have been rocking for 25 years that are still up. So they kind of had the, saw into the future and was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this tag here and it's gonna stay forever. And I mean, some of their tags have been seen literally by billions of people. I mean, what other artists can say that, really?
I've seen the news capture some of those things. Do you find yourself driving and see a PK Kid tag and stop, pull over, take pictures?
Well, you know what it is now? Anytime I spot a new tag, it's like I'm like a little kid on Christmas morning. It's like they still out there bombing. It's like, it's 40 plus years for them. So it's crazy that they're still out there. But they're still out there.
I'm sure it's a love-hate situation, right?
Yeah.
Because you come to my neighborhood and tag PK Kid, I'm probably not gonna be the happiest resident, right?
Well, you know what it is too. They kind of have always avoided the cops by not putting their names in spots where maybe like a mom and pop shop or something, no
That's-
private property, like
They were
a
mindful.
fence or something like that,
Nice.
where a neighbor's gonna call. So, they kind of like, stayed out of the heat that way. And when I post a new spot, I'm always mindful to not, put it up there in like a disrespectful way and be like, F the police, they still out there. Because when you're driving a truck that's got graffiti all over it, you really can't have that attitude. Plus, I don't want to bring any heat on them. I mean, they've avoided the cops for 40 years, so I don't want me to be the reason that anything happened.
Do you find yourself in any trouble with the police? Have cops pulled you over thinking that you were him, and you run into a situation
I've
like
been
that?
pulled over a couple times. I've just gotten one ticket for a license plate. I don't take now that the truck is completely bombed, I don't take it out as much as I used to. But I think when I pass a cop, there's just like so much there. It's like it's almost like they think, I don't even want to get involved. Like I don't know what this is, but why even pull this guy over? Because I've passed hundreds of cops and I've only been pulled over twice. But I'm mindful. I'm not going 90 miles an hour, weaving in. I don't want to give them a reason. And if I do see a cop, I'll roll down the windows so they can see me, and it's not the tinted windows, because you can't have tinted windows at all in New Jersey. So, I'm always mindful, And like I said, the cops I live in Old Bridge, New Jersey. The cops all know the truck, so they're not going to pull me over.
So, Little Mike, you said you had graffiti all over your car.
Yes.
So who else signed it besides PK?
Well, PK actually never signed it. Just Kid signed it.
Okay.
PK has not signed it yet. He will, and there's a reason why he hasn't, which I won't get into. But
Secrets.
there's probably 200 artists that have signed the truck. I mean, I have all-time living legends, and I have artists that have probably thrown up their first tag. I've never said no to anybody before.
And are you allowed to say who did it?
What do you mean?
Like, who signed your car?
Oh yeah.
You have two or three biggest.
I have Cope on there. I got KOPE and COPE. Cope was one of the first guys to sign. The first two to sign were Sharpie and RHE. And then Kid signed. And
How did that happen? Because I think I saw somewhere where he told you to leave the car somewhere and I'll do it without.
What happened was I started getting in touch with someone on Instagram, okay, because I knew that they were down with Kid because someone had told me, and I messaged them and said, this is what I'm looking to do to my car. Now, when I say tag the car, I just meant like a little tag on the dashboard. Like this wasn't like I had no intention of getting any other tags on the car. And once Kid agreed to sign the car, a guy I was becoming friends with on Instagram who writes Tio, he just blurts out there one day when I told him Kid was going to finally sign, I'll sign too. And I was like, all right, I think he was half kidding at the time, but I didn't want to say no. So I was like, all right, he's a Staten Island guy. I grew up in Staten Island. It'd be cool to get some Staten Island artists on there. So I says, all right, cool. So I got in touch with a couple artists, Sharpie and RHE. They were the first ones to hit it. Sent, Answer, Daz, Delay, Mags, and Goal. They were some of the first to hit it. Deckhead. Then I was told to leave the truck in front of my house. Okay, just leave it unlocked, and that's it. I never ask any questions. Like, I don't ever want anyone to feel I'm fishing for information. So, I was like, all right. So, I left it in front of my house. I came out one morning, and, kid had signed, he pulled the visor down and he hit the inside of the visor and a couple secret spots that I found years later, just little tags and stuff. Now, if he knew what this was going to become at the time, which he didn't and I didn't, he would have bombed the entire truck. So, I think he thought, I'm not gonna tag this kid's dashboard and go crazy, So he just hit that little spot. Then years later, I had stickers on the back window, and I said, listen, I'm gonna take the stickers off the back window if I'll give the whole back window to kid if he'll do the back window. And they were like, well, same thing, leave the keys in the truck in front of your house, but he wants to take it somewhere. Is that cool? I was like, yeah, all right. So,
So essentially, he could have stole your car. You had no idea who to report to.
I wouldn't have to. Stitches get stitches, so I guess I would have been out of the Durango. But he came, he took the truck, and he must have brought it somewhere where I guess you could put it up on a lift, because not only did he do the back window, but I showed you the photo, he did underneath the underbody carriage of the truck is bombed out. Okay, so, and then he drove it back to my house. The next day it was in my driveway.
That's crazy.
Bombed. So
I see why people would think it's you. I mean, you would think that you took it to a shop and little Mike did it.
Right. Well, I thought to myself, man, if this dude gets pulled over, I don't know what he's gonna say, but I guess you'll have to come up with something, I guess.
Have you received any offers?
I've never received an offer. I mean, I'm a utility worker, so I work like 65 hours a week. And, I have a wife, I have a daughter, and so, weekends I'm spending time with my family. So it's hard to put it out there. I'm not ready to sell it because I'm going to be retiring in about 4 years and I'm moving to Florida, so I want to take it down there for a couple years and enjoy it, in that type of weather, not have to worry about the winters. But I really haven't put it out there. Like I keep telling, I've told some people at work and stuff, I got to get it into the right hands. Like I need somebody big time to see it. And one of the guys that I thought about was Fat Joe, because he's in the culture and he's down with graffiti. So if he would have seen this truck and see the inside, like I know he would think that this was the dopest thing of all time, because all you really see is the outside. Once people, like if I pull up to a store, oh, can I check out your truck? The windows are up, they don't know the inside is tagged. So once they open up the doors, or I'll open up the doors for them, they're like, oh my God, the inside's done too, and the entire inside is bombed out, the seats, the roof, everything.
I think Joe will go nuts. I mean, no pun intended, he's going to say, you all the way up. Coincidentally, little Mike, you didn't know, but I'm actually his personal photographer. I've talked to him in a minute. That's crazy. It's crazy that you mentioned him out of every artist that you could have possibly
I know he's down.
Right? I mean,
I was watching his show or podcast, and he was talking about TD, who is one of the biggest artists in the city, and I've actually spoken to him back and forth in DMs, and he's gonna hit the truck. And once he mentioned him, I was like, you know what? Like I always heard he was into graffiti, but once he mentioned him, I was like, he knows.
So somebody that's crazy. He was dropping an album last year, and walking out of Complex, they have a big wall where all the artists that go and visit, really anyone I'm sure that's a big celebrity, they sign the wall. I got a picture where on the way out, Fat Joe is signing Fat Joe, and he still got it in him, that nice graffiti look. It's crazy, it's iconic, because he is a living legend. Yeah. He is a living legend, and it's one of those things where what a lot of people don't know about Joe is, and the people that know Joe, they know, but the amount of people that have respect for Joe in and outside the industry is unbelievable. Right. He's got pull from, you name it. Everybody knows Joe, Well,
I'm going to be expecting you now to send a video of the truck.
We'll send him a link and see if he leans back on it. No pun intended.
Well, maybe he's actually watching this podcast.
Maybe. This is what I'm saying. Little Mike, we can get you noticed, man. This is awesome.
Well, the end result of the truck, after this thing started taking off, each Christmas, and this past Christmas has been the 4th Christmas that I've done it, PK and Kid hooked me up with some stuff to sell for charity, and I've sold stuff every Christmas, and my main charity is St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Oh, wow.
So
Very nice.
every year I sell stuff, and I send them a check, and my end game, like the end game, like when this is all said and done, and I'm, 57, 58, and I'm not gonna drive the truck no more, is I'd like to sell the truck, hopefully it go into a museum so everybody could get to see it, or even if it's a personal collector, someone that'll put it out there and just not stick it in a garage. And I'd like to sell the truck and give all that money to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So that's kind of like, that's what I'm thinking I want my legacy to be. Like the end game is, sell the truck and, help out kids with cancer. There's no better charity.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
That's
We
what
want
I'm
to thank you
hopeful
for thinking that. I was actually going to ask you what's your big purpose behind it.
Yeah, that's
And you
basically, I
answered it,
want
that's
to
a huge
retire
deal.
and enjoy it for a couple years in Florida, annoy my neighbors wherever I'm gonna live, say, what the hell's going on, look what the cat dragged in over here. But, and then just enjoy it. Like I still, like even if someone made an offer now, I wouldn't sell it because, plus I still got a loan out on the thing. I mean,
If the
I'm still
price
paying
was
the thing
right,
off.
you're selling it, little Mike. I'm
I don't
telling
know,
you.
I still enjoy driving it.
If the price, you could drive another Durango.
And start this all over
If the
again.
price was
Start it
right,
all over again. I don't
man.
know. I don't know if I have
I'm
it in me to
telling
start
you.
it all over again.
telling you.
It's been a lot of work traveling all over the place. It's kind of died down in the last year or two because I just don't have the time. But when this first started and it started taking off, I was going everywhere, and I get DMs every week from artists that want to hit the truck. There's just not enough time in the day.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of it right now, but I think somewhere in the Bronx they either built or building a hip hop museum.
Yes, yeah, I've
You've
heard
heard of
about that. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. That's something that this could be something people see when they walk in.
Yeah.
You just
Well,
never know.
I've
You never know where it's gonna
wrote,
go.
The museum in Miami that now has a graffiti museum.
There you go.
And see if they want to, display the truck for their Art Basel. Art Basel's pretty popular down in Miami in December, I think it is. So, I would display it at their museum. Matter of fact, a lot of the artists that are in the museum that originally hit the outside, like Giz, Ghost, J.A., they're inside that museum and they're on my truck. Like some of the dudes like I just mentioned, Giz, J.A., Ghost, they were really the first to bomb the outside. And, J.A. is one of the, biggest artists in the history of graffiti. And when he hit the truck and he bombed the outside, I mean, it's almost like I felt like, I wasn't even worthy of it because there's dudes that would, probably chop off their right arm just to hang out with J.A. for the day. And here it was, we were drinking and barbecuing, and this dude's bombing the outside of my truck. So it kind of like everything just worked out right when it came out and when it came to the Durango.
Nuts.
And also I
Great
wanted
story.
to kind of give a shout out to what's really big in the culture now, real big, is the sticker game. I mean, dudes go crazy now, putting stickers up all over the place. And one of the first that have really helped me out was Had and Sew. Okay, they're two of the biggest sticker kings, and they were two of the first to hit the truck and kind of put stickers on the truck. Like I never thought, let me put stickers on the truck, but they were some of the first. And now you can see the outside, the inside. I got stickers. You got like sticker kings nowadays. Kest, Ribs, Detour, Day, Coma. They're part of the Graffiti Art Kings. Their stickers are everywhere. So that's a big part of the game now. And all those guys' stickers have hit my truck, and they've tagged it. They've given me stickers. It's funny because I've been accepted into this community, and I'm not a part of that world. Like for them to let an outsider in
Big
is
deal.
almost unheard
Yeah.
of. Like they roll with each other. They don't roll with someone that don't do graffiti, because, you know, I never did graffiti. So, you know, it took a long time to build up that trust. I've had a lot of these guys, big time guys, come to my house. So, and they've invited me to their house and to their, like the GAT crew, they invited me to their warehouse where they make all their stuff. So for them to like bring me in and to put that trust in me, I mean, that's something that like I'll never forget, because they don't just do that with anybody.
This is true.
So you've seen these people before?
I've never seen PK or Kid, but I
No. So you don't know who they are? You sure you're not one of them?
No, I'm not one of them, but I've never seen them. No.
So do you do any car shows?
I've done a couple car shows. I did one with Never Ride Stock and RIX Magazine at the Lakewood Blue Claw Stadium.
The All-Star
over
Fitment.
the summer, and that was fun. That was really like kind of like my first car show, and it was, you know, it was something new to me. I'm not really like into cars that way. Like if you ask me what type of engine I had in the Durango, I don't know anything about cars. I can't change oil. I can't do a blinking light. I can't do anything. So I mean, I don't really know anything about cars, and shows really aren't my thing. But you know, it's something different. It's something else where the Durango could be put out there, and people that see it, they've never seen anything like this, because this is the only truck like this, I think, in the world. I've never seen another one that has, you know, artists from literally all over the place that have tagged it. I mean, people have gotten, you know, murals done on their cars and stuff like that, but something like this, which is actual tags, that's a question I get too sometimes. Is this a rap? And it's like, no, this is actual graffiti.
Just don't fall for the blinker fluid, Joe.
Yes, I saw that on the internet. No, I won't fall.
Before I let you go, I saw on your page you took a picture with Jadakiss, the legendary.
Yes.
Did he tag it?
He didn't tag it because I didn't have.
I didn't have
the truck there that day. I give a shout out to the Guap crew. Okay, they were filming a video in the Stapleton Projects, and one of the members of that group, my friend Sherlin, he works with us, and we just happened to be working by the projects where he grew up, where they were shooting a video, just by coincidence.
Nice.
And I didn't have the truck that day, so I just went over to where they were shooting a video and, you know, took a picture with them. But that was pretty cool.
Very nice, very nice. Awesome. We want to thank you again, Little Mike, for tuning in, you know, coming to visit us, give your story. What a powerful, legendary story. I know this is just the beginning of the journey, because where it ends up is really what's going to be the mystery, right?
That's really anything in life, you know. It's not really about, you know, the end result. It's the journey on how you get there. And that's kind of, it's funny you said that, because that's what I tell the dudes that have hit my truck. Every signature is a story. Like that, I have so many, like I could write a book. I have so many stories with this truck, and the end game, like I said, is to hopefully one day, you know, sell it and, you know, give the money to charity.
Awesome.
Great. We want to thank everybody, and also we want to thank our supporters, and also our sponsors. Again, RT Auto, Marco's Sons and Tires, 506 Wraps, and MVM Illusions.
You want to see photos of Little Mike's truck, visit our Instagram page, never.ride.stop.
And be sure to follow RIX Magazine at RIX_magazine.
And my Instagram is at Lil Mike 1970, and there's probably 4,500 pictures of the truck and PK and Kid tags, and just kind of like the journey, the story of how it begun to where it is now.